in Houston at 231 FM 1092, Houston, Stafford, Texas. Our class times are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Monday, Wednesday from 7 to 9, Friday 6 to 8, Saturday from about 10 to 2. If you're local, please join us. What is that? Amber White. I knew it, bro. Can't hit me with the Amber White smell. Man, New Orleans. Smells good. It's that sweet ambiance, right? Mm-hmm. That's our location in Houston. We have a location in Virginia at 2610 Granby. Their class times are Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7 to 9. Saturday from about 12 to about 3. We also have our location in Rochester, 1600 Lyle Ave, Rochester, New York. Class times Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 9. Saturday from about 12 to 3 also. All right, if you're local in any one of those areas, feel free to join us. We also have our school that's in San Antonio, 4444 Walsham Road, San Antonio, Texas. What is it, Suite 1A, right? Suite 1A. But their class times are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Saturday, they go from about 7 to 10. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then about 10 to 2 on Saturday. So feel free to join us. If you're live, online, make sure you hit the subscribe, the notification bell. You know they're gonna send the notifications out extra late. Right. YouTube be hating. YouTube is a hater. They know they don't want to get this thing out. So they send it out late. But make sure you hit the notifications, subscribe to all the channels. We got a few other channels, our kids class, 5 Minutes of Wisdom, Hidden Truth Bible Show. You can subscribe to all those different things. If you're on this main channel, you'll see it. You can just subscribe to all the different channels. Different information on all of them. We got our kids class on Sundays at 2 p.m. live here in Houston. All right, that's for kids, what, 1200? Did we end? Yeah. What happened?
Some the plug, the charger.
I'll mess with it in a minute, I think.
It's good.
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. You know, Satan is trying to mess with me today. What else we got? We got Mashaba has the Blog Talk Radio. You can check that out. He does that like every day on Blog Talk Radio /Mashaba. He starts around 10 a.m. He's like on part 40 of something. Nobody got it. Okay. Nah, I did it like on part 2 of I think Taza Paz doing the class. Now I was looking, they were doing something, it was like part 12. I was like, it was idol worship though, so think about it. There's a lot to talk about in idol worship.
Yeah.
Right? So ain't nothing wrong with having a part 12. Israel needs as many parts as they can get. Right? You know, we got our businesses that y'all can check out. You know, we're in the malls in the respective states with Sweet Ambiance. Also, we have the Sweet Ambiance and the peacefulsensations.com. So you can check those out. We also have Chosen Creations. That's on Etsy with the custom woodwork and metalwork. You can check that out. Israel Wear, right? They do the custom garments. You know what I'm saying? You know, custom flight jackets. Right. Right? They got something on the back, right? Yeah. On the back. Got my wolves on there. Little custom joint. So, yeah, whatever you need, they can make it. They also have Fringed Up, which is the monthly subscription for the headbands and the shirts. So, you know what I'm saying? Check us out. It's a good way to support the school. Any donations that y'all want to give, you can do that through Cash App, Wells Fargo account, Zelle, all your electronic ways, or we just take cash. So that works too. Anything you want to give to help out. Hanukkah. I'm gonna say this real quick. Hanukkah is coming up. What is Hanukkah for?
Rebuilding of the temple.
According to the old.
The what? It's called the Feast of what?
Dedication.
Because dedicating things to the temple. So I'm gonna create a list of things we need around for the school, and I'm gonna send that out. All right. So, because we need some stuff, we need books, and we need some more apocryphers. We need to re-up on a few things. That's gonna help. We get new people in here every so often. There was one brother that came. I think he was trying to cuff somebody's apocrypher. He was looking at it like, I can't just take that one. Like, nah, you can't take the brother's book. That's his, right? But we didn't have no extra.
Yeah.
Usually we keep them on deck. So I'm gonna create a list of things. That way we can all pitch in to get different things for the school. All right. That's gonna be it for the announcements. Right. We're gonna go into this class. I'll update the title on the YouTube. I will let Lockwood Rob take it away from here. What you got, mate?
I wasn't ready.
That ain't my fault. I can only do so many announcements. Like, what you want me to do? Yeah, I'm like,
No, I'm just messing with it.
you want me to go into this judges? What do you want me to do?
Nah,
Talk about Diddy. We talk about Ehud.
just trying to scare him real quick. But no, so today's class, I'm gonna get a title. I'm gonna get a better title for it. But I was gonna title it "Most Won't Make It," right? So I was gonna title today's class "Most Won't Make It," but I'm probably gonna switch the title.
I got a title.
Yeah,
Let the multitude perish.
that works. That works. Let the multitude perish. That
It's
works.
a scripture, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you got it in there, right?
I don't.
Oh, see, I got it.
I might have it. I think I might have it. But
Let the multitude perish.
so
We know McGunn got it.
Ain't nobody like you in school, huh?
I was like this.
hey, yeah, that's true. I wasn't either. But no, I was gonna say, I kind of put it together because I was gonna put together a class on the end of Esau, and just going into how, Esau was ending, how Esau is, how America is on a decline. But I think there's been a lot of classes on that. I know Zion did a class like that recently. I know Kazak's touched on that. I know San Antonio has touched on that a couple of times as well. So I wanted to do something else. So I wanted to do something on. We were touching on it yesterday in Hebrew Academy, on how it says the righteous scarcely shall be saved, right? So I wanted to touch on how is it that the righteous shall be saved, because that's what the scripture says. Matter of fact, let's go to it. Let's go to 1 Peter 4 and verse 17. 1 Peter 4 and verse 17.
1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17.
And then somebody else give me 2 Ezra 9 and 13. Go ahead.
1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17.
So to start off, go ahead.
For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High.
So
It's because we online. Trying to show out.
Yeah.
So read that again.
For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High.
So y'all see how it says judgment must begin at the house of God? What does that mean? Anybody?
Judgment's going to start with us.
Yeah. It's gonna start with us.
Who's the us?
The Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, the true Israelites.
A little bit deeper too.
Yeah.
Get a little bit
Because
deeper.
not every Israelite is in the house of the Lord. Think about it. Where is the house? Isn't the house of the Lord the worship spot? If you want to get super technical.
Mm-hmm.
So who's going to be held the highest accountability? What's that?
The elect.
God. The ones that are at the house of the Lord, the ones that are right professing the name of the Most High, the ones that are, rocking the fringes, the ones that know better. They're gonna be held the highest accountability.
Yep.
It ain't gonna be, remember, the scriptures say, he that knoweth the master's will and doeth it not, he's beat with many stripes. He that didn't know the master's will and prepared himself not, is beaten with less stripes. So the accountability lies with us who are in the house of the Lord. Them out there, they're gonna be accountable, but the accountability, the example is us. Y'all see that?
All right. Perfect. Go ahead.
And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?
So if it's gonna start with us, those that don't believe, those that are stuck in religion, all these different religions, still stuck on white Jesus and Christmas and Halloween and Thanksgiving that's about to come up and Christmas that's about to come up. What's gonna happen with them? What's gonna happen with them? Anybody? Anybody? Y'all know what's gonna happen with them? Nobody knows what's gonna happen.
They get destroyed.
I want somebody. Yeah, they're gonna get destroyed, but I want it to be said a different way.
Perish.
Perish.
They're going to receive the judgment.
They're gonna die.
Yeah, y'all sugarcoating it.
Yeah, y'all sure they're just gonna die, and that's why it says judgment is gonna begin with us. We're gonna be the ones that the Most High is gonna judge. But think about it. What judgment do they? What is there to even judge? What is there to even judge? It's like a person that killed somebody. It's all caught on camera, and everybody's like, "Yeah, you did it." Like, is there? What is the point of even a defense? Like, it's there. Like, just take the plea deal. Just take the plea deal, or you know what I'm saying? There's nothing. It's just gonna be an end, destruction, a lot of death. But we're gonna be, you know, of course that's a form of judgment, of course. But us, we're really gonna be weighed in the balance. Everything that you've done is gonna be weighed in the balance. Y'all see what I'm saying? And your life, how well your life has matched up to the book, to the word, is going to be very important. So what you're doing now is very important. And we're going to touch on this as the class goes on. You going to say something?
No.
Yeah, we're going to touch on this as this class goes on. But that's why that second precept is like, it's going to be the end of them. What is going to be the end of them? Like, we already know what the end of them is going to be. Like, it's eternal damnation. It's eternal fire. And let's not act like the Most High won't do it. Nah, Christians like to be like, won't he do it? Won't he do it? Yeah, well, won't he do it? Won't he burn this place? He flooded it, right? So won't he burn it? Won't he do it?
Yes, he will.
Yes, he will. And he does stuff. He does things even to this day. Like a big thing right now that's going on over there in Palestine is that these Israelis, they stormed the hospital in Palestine where you got babies on incubators and they're taking the babies out the incubators. You see what I'm saying? And then they're saying that the Hamas is in the hospital. We got intelligence that they're in the hospital. But don't forget who's allowing all that to happen. Who's allowing all that to happen? The Most High. So if you fall on the wrong side of the Most High, you're getting a very good visual of what he will do. He will let the worst of the worst rain bombs on you. Y'all see what I'm saying? So again, you know, verse 17, it says judgment is going to begin with us. So make sure that you're judging yourself. Make sure that you're looking at yourself before the Most High looks at you. Somebody go to Corinthians real quick. Where it says a wise man judgeth all. Go to Corinthians where it says a wise man judgeth all, but he himself is not judged. Dang, man. Well, it's in Corinthians. It's 1 Corinthians 2 and 15.
1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 15.
Go ahead.
But he that is spiritual judging all things.
You see that? So make sure that you're judging yourself. Make sure that you're examining yourself, like it also says in 2 Corinthians. Make sure that you're examining yourself. Go ahead.
Yet he himself is judge of no man.
Because if you're examining yourself, then there's nothing that anybody can say. You see what I'm saying? And the Most High uses people to tell you what's going on with yourself. He uses people, he uses situations. So make sure that you're looking at yourself and you're judging yourself and comparing yourself to the scriptures, to the men and the women of these scriptures, so that you can be on point, so that he don't gotta touch you. So, whole First Peter's, you're gonna pick back up in 1 Peter 4 verse 18, but read that 2 Ezra 9 and 13.
2 Ezra chapter 9 verse 13.
Go ahead.
And therefore, be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be
You
punished.
see that? So, at 1 Peter 4:17 said that judgment is gonna begin with us, and then it says, if it begins with us, what's gonna be the end of them that don't believe, right? That's the question. But here at 2 Ezra, it's like, bro, don't even be uncurious. Don't even be curious how they're gonna be punished. Don't be curious how they're gonna be punished. You see what I'm saying? And we're seeing that they're being punished. But don't worry about how they're gonna be punished. You know why that's important? Because right now, all in the news and all over Twitter and TikTok, I don't even have social media, but you can see a lot of videos of how the Most High is starting to punish the wicked. You could see it and you could be like, dang, so what's going to happen here? How is it going to be here? The scriptures is telling you, don't worry about that. You better worry about how you're going to be saved. Because while you're worrying about that, you could end up becoming one of the ones that fall into that. So you better make sure that you're worried about how you're going to be saved. But I just jumped, read on.
And when?
Yeah, don't worry about how they're going to be punished and when they're going to be punished. Go ahead.
But inquire how the righteous shall be saved.
But it says, inquire how the righteous shall be saved. Inquire, search, ask, study, figure it out. Figure out how the righteous is going to be saved. You know why that's important to figure out how the righteous is going to be saved? Let me not jump. Go ahead.
Whose the world is. And for whom the world is created.
Yeah, so hopefully y'all are inquiring how the righteous shall be saved. Because I'm going to ask y'all a question. Read 1 Peter 4:18.
1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved.
Because you see that? It says you better inquire how the righteous shall be saved, because the righteous scarcely shall be saved. What does scarce mean? Limited.
Yeah, it's not going to be a lot of righteous.
It's not going to be a lot of righteous. Dang. That means that there's going to be a lot of righteous cats not making it, or so-called righteous cats not making it, or a lot of righteous cats falling short.
Hardly. Well, really, if you're righteous, you gotta look at it in this way. I see the way you're bringing it, but it would have to mean that there's not a lot of righteous. Because if you're righteous, then the whole point of being righteous would be to make it, right? Because then you can't. It's like, remember what the scripture said, Ezekiel? Your righteousness is forgot if you turn evil.
Yep.
Right? So are you still considered righteous?
Yep.
No.
No, I'm just.
Oh, right.
You're not.
So it's more, right. So it's more like just going with the theme of your class, and it kind of just hit me where let the multitude perish. Right? Like Yeshaya had brought this to my attention. It's going to be like billions of people dying. Think about it. How can 10,000 at your left hand and isn't that what it says? 10,000 at your left hand
and at your right,
and 1,000 at your right, bro. Think about that. You know how many 10,000 bodies dropped. Bro, there's gonna be billions. If there's quote unquote, how many billion people on this earth? 7 billion, right? And then you exclude all the nations, and you just got Israelites. Is there a billion of us? And then if you do 1/3 of Bro, we probably gonna be in the kingdom, but maybe we know there's gonna be 144, right?
Mm-hmm. It's a small number.
Bro, you talking about maybe 500,000 people, if that?
It's a real small number, and this is the thing, like y'all can't act like we're gonna go to it. We're gonna go to it, but you can't act like the Most High hasn't done this before. He has a track record of doing it. That's just what he does. When he gets involved, this is what happens. Y'all see what I'm saying? When when the Most High gets involved, this is what happens. Just think of instances in the scriptures. Think of Noah's Ark. Think of in the wilderness. We all left Egypt just to all die. We was gonna go to the scriptures, but just Joshua and Caleb from the generation that left Egypt made it. That means that everybody else died. Y'all see what I'm saying? Sodom and Gomorrah. Who made it? Lot
and his children.
3 people.
Lot and his children.
3 people.
And the cold part was his wife was just about to make it. So what does that tell you? That there's gonna be some people that was just about to make it. That should have been saved, but they, for whatever reason, fell short. Right at the end. In the midst of everything going on, they fell short.
Gideon and the 300 men that lapped at the well, at the river. It just shows you that the Most High, he ain't about the numbers,
Yeah.
right? He's like, look, I can get a lot more accomplished with less.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Kind.
And that's what he did. I mean, when you look at all through history, even when you look at a righteous line, there was only one man that needed to hold that for the next man to pick that up. He didn't need a righteous. He didn't need like a righteous tribe
Yeah.
of people. He just needed a righteous line, one man at a time to hold that.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I got 7,000 men that are reserved that haven't bent the knee to Baal.
That's nothing compared to the whole country.
Right, because remember
Just think about it.
Remember when that was said? When he said I have 7,000 men, that was during the Babylonian captivity. Right, that was said in Isaiah. That was said in Kings. Now think about it. At that time, you have both. You have Southern Kingdom, Northern Kingdom.
It was said during the Hobbs time too.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. But you had the nation as a whole. You had millions of people. And he said, I reserved 7,000 out of those millions. Most High don't play with, you don't let the multitude perish.
Let the multitude perish.
Right. Let the multitude, I mean, it's a crazy concept when you think about it, but then like he's saying, the Most High already proved that I'll wipe this whole thing out. I'll raise up stones.
Raise up stones.
How many stones does he need? Maybe a few.
You know, it's funny, and I mean, it's not a crazy thought to have. I could see why he could wipe it out because you just don't need much for something to take over. Like, I'll give y'all an example. Y'all see like the pythons in Florida right now. Like, y'all know that like in the Florida Everglades, all the animals that were like usually there, they're all gone because this one little spot.
We talked about this yesterday.
Yeah, there's one little spot that had like pythons. They were like breeding pythons.
Mm-hmm.
A hurricane came and destroyed the spot, and all these pythons got released into the Everglades, like these babies.
It was like Andrew in like 92.
And now,
Yeah.
bro, Florida has so many pythons that grow to 20 feet. That grow to 20 feet. That done ate all the rabbits, all the possums. I think that's a good thing.
They eat alligators.
They eating the alligators.
And they
Deers.
have no natural predator.
There's nothing there to stop them, so they're just exploding. But that just started from a couple pythons.
Python meat.
So you can see how like why the Most High wouldn't mind to just
Python
let the
meat.
multitude just go. Because if the multitude goes, it's not like they're not gonna repopulate. It's not like the righteous won't repopulate. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing here with the hogs.
Oh, can I just go here real quick?
Yeah.
He says it, right? Go to Ecclesiastes. Go Go to Ecclesiasticus 16.
Done.
Watch, read. Oh, you got this?
Nah.
Oh,
What is it?
just write on what you're saying.
What is it? Nope.
Why? Go read that real quick. Ecclesiasticus 16.
Ecclesiastes chapter 16 and verse 1.
It's perfect with what you're saying. Go ahead.
No, can you bring me a water too?
Desire not a multitude of unprofitable children,
See, it's not about having the multitude of unprofitableness. Go ahead.
neither delight in ungodly sons,
Go ahead.
though they multiply.
He said, even though they're gonna multiply, go ahead.
Rejoice not in them.
Yeah, because it's not about the numbers. What are they multiplying?
Multiplying wickedness.
Multiplying wickedness and evil. That's why the Most High flooded the earth in the beginning, because it says wickedness was exceedingly great on the earth.
And ain't it? Isn't it now?
And it's now. It's like when he says that menstruous women shall bring forth monsters, right? But it's like every time you turn around, all you see is like death and destruction coming from both sides. I just saw a video of two senators trying to fight each other the other day. Dick Cheney had to hop up like, y'all niggas sit down. Y'all are, he said, you guys are
Sanders. That was
Bernie Sanders, my bad. He was like, you guys are United States senators. Compose yourselves. But I'm like, when Esau is getting busy,
That is. But
Esau's getting busy, you know it's over.
that's how you know that. That's literal. But come on, man. How much more divided can you be?
Thank you.
A nation divided against itself can't stand, and you seeing it.
When they lose like decorum in their political settings, one dude said that Mitch McConnell, who was the Speaker of the House that just got fired.
Nancy Pelosi.
No. Nancy
It was
Pelosi.
a guy. I forgot his name.
I think it was
I don't know.
But anyway, another dude said that he elbowed him in his kidney. He walked by him and hit him with the elbow, bam, like a hard elbow. And then when he went to go get him, he sicked his security on him. This is what they're doing in the Senate and in the House, hitting each other in the kidney and trying to fight each other. But it's just showing you like that evil is exceeding more in the earth. Go ahead.
Except the fear of the Lord be with them.
Except what?
The fear of the Lord be with them.
Yeah, you got cats that got like 1,000 children, but so what? What are they gonna bring forth? Gideon had 70 sons, right?
Yeah.
What were they gonna bring forth? David had a few sons.
Ahab did too.
But how many righteous sons did David have? He had one rapist. He had one rapist. He had one murderer, right? Like the only one that came forth that was profitable was Solomon. Adonijah, he was trying to usurp. So you had 3 sons right there out of the 4 that's really talked about. That wasn't even really on. We know what Absalom was on. He was adulterer, right? And then we know towards the end Solomon fell that way anyway. He was profitable for a while. Go ahead.
Trust not thou in their life,
Go ahead.
neither respect their multitude.
See, it's not about the multitude. Because what are they going to bring forth if they're like that? What example? Watch. Go ahead.
For one that is just is better
See? Go ahead.
than 1,000, and better is it.
See, that one that is just is better than 1,000 that is unjust. Read on.
It's true.
And better is it to die without children
Read.
than to have them that are ungodly.
Read verse 4.
For by one that have understanding
Go ahead.
shall the city be replenished.
See that? Whew. By
Oh,
one that has understanding shall the city be replenished. Because then you can call it a city. Right? Like, why did the Most High use Noah and his 3 sons? Because at least at that time, they were on the up and up. And then after a while, we know what happens. Cats split off, do their own thing, and then we right back to the same foolishness. But he said, by one shall the city be replenished. Go ahead.
But the kindred of the wicked shall speedily become desolate.
God, you see that? So the multitude ain't it's not important, the numbers, man. I'd rather have 7 solid brothers that's ready to ride or die than have a camp full of 50 niggas just sitting around complaining, murmuring, and not trying to do nothing.
It's true.
The numbers don't mean nothing. Right? Go ahead. I just want to bring that part.
God, let's go read 1 Peter 4:18 again.
1 Peter chapter 4 verse 18.
Uh-huh.
And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
See that? So the righteous scarcely is going to be saved, right? So barely, or a real small amount of the righteous.
Sir.
What's up?
Definition for
Scarcely? What you got?
Hardly, with difficulty.
You see that? So it's going to come a great difficulty for those that are righteous to be saved. I love that definition.
Yep.
You see that? So, my question to y'all is this. In 2nd Ezra 9:13, read the second precept to that. I got a question for y'all. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 13. Second precept. How the ungodly.
But inquire. Read it, but inquire.
But inquire?
Yeah.
But inquire how the righteous shall be saved.
Mm-hmm.
Whose the world is,
Uh-huh.
and for whom the world is created.
So, my question to y'all is this. It says to inquire how the righteous shall be saved, right? So I'm inquiring to y'all. I'm inquiring. To those online and to those in class. My inquiry is this. So how does the righteous get saved? How? Somebody tell me. Because it's a very important question to ask yourself and to really get the understanding of how. Because it just says that the righteous scarcely will be saved. Scarcely. So if they're scarcely going to be saved, and the scripture is telling you to inquire how, my question is, how does the righteous get saved? Who can tell me?
Scripture.
Nope.
No.
It's not the scripture. A lot of people in the Bible have the scriptures and die.
Wait, when you say
you want me to answer with a scripture?
oh, that's
my
what
bad,
you
my
said.
bad.
That's why I was like, wait
My
a minute.
bad.
Are you saying with a scripture or what you
Well,
saying?
scripture, your thoughts, what do you think? Like, how does a righteous person get saved? Khalil?
I believe not
A little bit louder so they can hear you.
not by just the scriptures, but by actually believing in the scriptures
Belief in the scriptures,
day in, day out.
day in, day out. Okay. Dr. Zar?
By the works and by faith.
By works and faith, okay.
Continues to follow the law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High.
Continue to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, huh? Somebody says following the commandments and faith. Anybody else?
It's like what you said earlier in Corinthians, by examining ourselves, making sure that we're doing right by the scriptures. That way, when it comes, we're good.
We're good, okay. Angela?
I was gonna say the same thing, and I was going to, 2 Timothy 3, lining yourself up with examining are the people that are not going to make it to the kingdom by having those attributes, those things that really work.
So the 2 Timothy 3 being blameless, bishop, the qualities of a bishop all the way down, right? Okay, anybody else? Anybody else?
Come, I say, where it says, 2 Peter, chapter 1 and verse 4. Whereby are given unto us exceeding great and precious promises, that by these ye might be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust.
Okay, go ahead.
And besides this, giving all diligence, and to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance.
Oh, I know where you're at. You read all the way down, and then it says, "So will the entrance be made wide open for you," right?
So yeah.
So that's 2 Peter's word again.
2 Peter 1, 4 through
1, 4 through 9. No, 1 through 11. That's 2 Peter's
11.
1, 4 through 11. Now, y'all want me to show y'all something? Everybody was on point.
Show us.
Everybody was on point, but he was definitely the most on point. He was definitely the most on point. A lot of people said keeping the law, right? Keeping the law. You remember the one brother that came during Christ's times and was like, all these have I kept from my youth up? What lack have I yet? And then he was like, so all that you have, Christ was like, so all that you have, give to the poor and come and follow me. And the young man left, great sorrowful, because he had good possessions. But was that a law to sell all your possessions and give to the poor? Is that a law? It's not. So how did he get rejected? But he said he kept the law. He said he kept the law from his youth up. But what made him still get rejected? See, that's the keeping the law aspect, right? Then got faith. A lot of brothers, a lot of sisters said faith. Keep the commandments, have faith. Well, a lot of people have faith. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people kept the commandments. A lot of people had faith. Like you know what I got faith in? Is that if I do wrong, I know Most High is gonna whoop my ass. I'm having faith. I have belief. It tells you that the devils believe and tremble. A lot of Christians, a lot of Catholics, a lot of Jehovah's Witness, Baptists, a lot of cats that believe in religions, they have faith. They got faith. We can never say that they don't have faith. They go to church every Sunday. They got faith. They got a zeal. It's just not according to knowledge. They don't have the knowledge and they're comfortable where they're at, right? Mm-hmm. So you could poke holes in a lot of different things. You can see how a lot of different people had these different qualities. Not saying that anybody's wrong, but you can see how when you read through the scriptures, how a lot of people had like different qualities, but they came up short. They'll come up short in different instances. How come a lot of those people that you came up with that went to church every day, and maybe you didn't go to church every day, and they was like, man, like just really good people in the church and really good people. How come they're not here, or how come they're not going as hard as you when it comes to the Most High now? Thought they were good people. Y'all see what I'm saying? There's a missing element. There's a missing element that allows the righteous to be saved. And I like Abishai's answer. You know what that missing element is? It's actually in 2nd Ezra 9 and 13 too. We're going to read it again, and then we're going to move on. Read 2nd Ezra 9 and 13. And this is the concept that I'm going to show y'all through the scriptures today. Read 2nd Ezra 9 and 13 again.
2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 13.
Go ahead.
And therefore, be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished. And when?
Go ahead.
But inquire how the righteous shall be saved.
So we're inquiring how the righteous shall be saved, right? Now check this out. Go ahead.
Whose the world is?
Pause. It says that the world is for the righteous. Jeremiah 1 and 5 says, from the time that I formed you in the belly, I ordained you to be a prophet. The Most High called the righteous. Those that were going to be saved, he already knows who's going to be saved. And when he made you, he knew what was up. And guess what he did? He made the world specifically for you. Now, when I say he made the world specifically for you, you know what I'm saying? Your life is literally tailor-made for you to battle the things that you got to deal with, for you to battle the things that you got to go through, for you to, like, just think about it. A lot of people always say, man, like, why did I get the truth so old? How come I wasn't born with this? How come Most High, like Yahweh, how come you made me go through life and go through the things that I had to go through? And then you drop the truth on me now. How come you made me go through so much traumatic things? How come you made me go through death? Like, how come you made me get raised without love, or get raped, or get betrayed, or get hurt, or raised around drugs, raised in a messed up environment, raised with parents that was addicted, raised getting molested, like all kinds of different things. Why did he allow that? Just to drop the truth on me now. After I done been used and abused and used up myself and abused myself and made hella mistakes, hella broken families, hella child support, messed up, like a trail of mess ups all throughout my life. And now you drop the truth on me? After I done burnt bridges, after I done been to jail, after I done did all this, hurt people, hurt myself, hurt my kids. Now you drop the truth on me. Now, at this age, after I done did irreversible damage to my body, after I done tatted up my body, after I done ate all the pork in the world, after I, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ever thought about that? Now he drops it on you. Now your life begins. Now your world begins. Now. You know why? Because now you gotta fight. Now you gotta fight. Now you're gonna have to fight that mind. Now you're gonna have to fight that hurt. You're gonna have to fight that pain. You're gonna have to fight that anger. You're gonna have to fight that self-confidence. You're gonna have to fight your faith, your doubt. You're gonna have to fight those demons. Now you're ready. Now you're gonna have to fight your addictions, the things that, like, damn, Yahweh, if you would have just dropped it on me and I would have known better, I never would have been attached to this. But now I'm attached to it. Now my innocency was taken away. Now there's something I always gotta battle daily. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, now's the time.
You know why though? Because those same very things make you desire the truth.
Yep.
Right? Those same very scars. You know, it's like a child. Right? It's like a child that ain't been through nothing. They take everything for granted. Right? And when they get to a certain age, you try to give them certain tools and inspirations. They hit their teens. They're like, oh, Dad, that's malarkey. I'm not trying to hear these things.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not trying to hear about real estate investments and things. I remember I was in real estate class with my stepmom at like 16, 17. I was bored out my mind. Like, what is this? But she was taking me to try to get my mind right. I'm like, I'm not trying to, I'm trying to not do this. Right? But she had me up in there with her a few times. And I'm like, this is trash. Right? Because she was a real estate agent. This is when she was just getting her license.
Yeah.
But she had me up in the classes, the seminars, and I'm like, I got wrestling to go watch. But now I wish I could remember half the stuff that I was in there learning, not wanting to learn. I didn't take advantage of it, and through all the hardships from 16 to now, you're like, dang, I wish I had that information.
Yeah.
I wish I would have known that. Right? You look back and you're like, wow, I shouldn't have took that for granted. But then now the truth is there, the wisdom of the Most High mixed with that wisdom, and you're like, dang, Eureka. How much did I do before this point, though?
Right.
How bad is the damage? You like trying to do everything you can to erase the mess ups.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's a motivator for some, right? And for some, it's still like whatever.
It's true.
Right?
Go on. Read where you're at. Oh, what's up?
I appreciate what you was talking about.
One sec. Read where you're at, and then we'll go to it. Go ahead.
And for whom the world is created.
So you see that? Like, bruh. Yeah, the Most High made the earth for our sakes. But everything that's in the earth, like, come on, man, the Most High had a hand on it. The Most High had a hand on your life from day one, from the time that you was conceived, from the time that, I'm sorry, my bad, from before you were even conceived. He already knew what was up. And he tailor-made this for you. He tailor-made this life for you. And he was there watching over you as you were going through everything that you was going through, up until the point that you got the eureka moment, up until the point that you woke up, and now he wants to watch you clean yourself up. You see what I'm saying? But you were made for this. You know? You can see it in the world all the time. Like, people fold in the world all the time over, like, what the hell are you folding for? You know? Like, they can't, they don't have half the fight that y'all have. You see what I'm saying? Because now, who are you fighting? You're fighting yourself. you're fighting yourself. And brothers like to use this a lot. The final boss in a lot of video games is yourself. In Mortal Kombat, the final boss was yourself. You pick Liu Kang, well, you're going to fight Liu Kang right there.
It's true, huh?
Yeah, the final boss was yourself. A lot of these fighting video games, final boss was you. Don't a lot of rappers make albums, me against me. It's the only person I'm fighting.
T.I. versus
T.I. versus T.I.B. Yeah, you fighting yourself. Like, it's always you against you.
Gucci versus Mane.
No, it was Gucci versus Guad.
Wow. Wow.
It's close though. It's close.
I was close. I wasn't that close.
Pretty good
That
mix
was-
up.
that was actually terrible.
What you got, okay?
You probably already have it. This Second Ezra chapter 7, verse 57.
Oh man. Gucci
Wow.
versus Mane.
Go ahead. No, I don't. Go ahead.
Then answered he me and said, This is the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight.
Yep.
That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say.
You see that? So, I mean, it's a battle either way. You just got to make your choice, man. What you want to fight? You want to fight in the world, or you want to fight for the truth? You know, it's funny. A lot of people are broke right now, but I'm like, yeah, you'd rather be broke in the world or broke in the truth. You know what I'm saying? You rather deal with financial issues in the world or deal with financial issues in the truth. Because in the world, yeah. Anyways, y'all see the point I'm making? The world, man, was created for you. Like, your life is tailor-made for you. Y'all see what I'm saying? All the ups, all the downs, the Most High knew what he was doing. He had his hand on you the whole time. So, y'all can write these down. Write down Numbers 14:38. We're not going to go to it. Numbers 14:38. That was just to show when we were talking about the scarcity that was going to be saved. This Numbers 14:38 was to show that Joshua and Caleb was the only ones that made it through the wilderness. You can write down 2 Peter 2:5-7. And that was to show that just Noah, you know, we can go there. Somebody read 2 Peter 2:5. No, don't read it. You can just write down 2 Peter 2, verse 5-7. That was just to show that Noah was the only one that was saved during, Noah and his family was the ones that was saved during that time. And then Lot was the one that was saved during the time of Sodom and Gomorrah. So now we're going to go to 2 Peter chapter 9 and verse 14.
2 Peter chapter 9?
I mean, 2 Ezra 9 and 14.
Come.
It's like it. 2 Ezra 9 and 14.
Second Ezra chapter 9 verse 14.
So let's carry on with this little thought process of why. So, I mean, this is going to be the mind of those that are scarcely saved. We're gonna jump into that. Read 2 Ezra 9 and 14.
Second Ezra chapter 9 verse 14.
Go ahead.
Then answered I and said, I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved.
Go ahead.
Like as a wave is greater than a drop.
You see that? So like as a wave is greater than a drop, the wave is what's going to die. The drop of water is what makes it. The wave dies, the drop of water is what makes it. Crazy, right? Yeah, don't water that down like it's a water, like that's what it is. A wave to a drop. Y'all see that? Now, read verse 17. Check this out.
Verse 17. And he answered me, saying, like as the field is, so is also the sea. As the flowers be, such are the colors also.
You see that? Go ahead.
Such as the workman is, such also is the work.
Go ahead.
And as the husbandman is himself, so is his husbandry also.
Go ahead.
For it was the time of the world.
So what does that have to do with the drop being saved compared to the wave? What does that have to do? Y'all know what that has to do? with a drop being saved? Read verse 17 again. I'll break it down. But I wanted y'all to see that. Like, it just comes with this. It just comes with this verse 17. And it's like, what does that have to do? It seems like he's switching, right? But it goes into what we were just talking about. Read verse 17 again.
Verse 17.
Uh-huh.
And he answered me, saying,
Go ahead.
like as the field is, so is also the seed.
So when you look at a seed and you look at the field, what is the seed made for? The field. The seed is made for the field. Is the seed, can I just put the seed in the air? Can I just put the seed in water and just leave the seed in water forever? The seed is made for the field, right? Read down.
As the flowers be, such are the colors also.
So if you got a certain type of flower, like for instance, Quatzalcoatl got a peace lily right here that I'm trying to get my peace lilies to grow to look like that. They just won't. But he has a nice peace lily here that's green. Is it pink? It's green, right? So the green matches, the green is for what? The peace lily, right? That's what the colors are for it. Read down.
Such as the workman is, such also is the work.
So, Abishai, he's a mechanic. Is he a carpenter? No. So it's like, yeah, Abishai, yeah, he's a mechanic. Yeah, can you come build me a house? Nah, I can't build a house. I fix cars. But yeah, but you can build my house too, right? It don't work like that, right? So you're tailor-made for what you are. You see what I'm saying? So you got the seed that's tailor-made for the field. You got the colors for flowers that's tailor-made for the specific flower. You got the workman that's tailor-made for his work. And then it's going to talk about the husbandry, the husbandman that's tailor-made for his type of husbandry. It says, for it was their time of the world. Well, when you look at us and our time in the world, it goes into what I was saying. You were tailor-made for your life that you lived. Whatever it was that you dealt with coming up, the Most High tailor-made you for it. So guess what? Whatever it is that you dealt with, it wasn't some coincidence. It wasn't like some flip of the coin. You're like a seed to a field. The Most High expects you to handle it. He expects you to figure it out. He expects you to overcome it. He made you specifically for it. You overcome what it is that you were made to overcome, or you die. It's that simple. Y'all see what I'm saying? You overcome what you were made to overcome. You do what it is that the Most High, He gave you all the wisdom in the world. He gave you all the experiences of brothers, of sisters throughout the scriptures for you to be able to overcome whatever it is that you got to overcome so that you can make it. But the thing is that only a few do that. There's only a few that's really able to overcome. There's only a few that's really able to battle. That's why the scripture that Abishai was going to go to, this 1 Peter's, where it starts at 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 4, where it starts naming all these different things. All these different things leads into something else. It led into another attribute, and another attribute, and another attribute, and another attribute. And the more that you did it, the more the entrance opened up. Y'all see what I'm saying? So whatever it is that you were dealing with, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. So what we gonna do? We gonna tell, it's like Romans chapter 9. Let's go to it real quick. Go to Romans chapter 9. And find Romans. I forgot the verse, but I know it's Romans chapter 9. Go to Romans chapter 9 and go to verse 20.
Romans chapter 9 and verse 20. Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
So, is this something that we could do? Like, dang, Yahweh, why you make me like this? Like, we really gonna ask the Most High, why you made me go through all the things that you made me go through before you gave me the understanding? That's like us talking against the Most High. Like, damn, why you made me like this? Why you made me go through this before you drop the truth? Well, he made you go through it, like I was saying, so that you can overcome it, so that you can help others to overcome it. Imagine if we all went through the same thing. We all went through the same, all of us in here, all of us online, we all went through the same thing. And then finally you got somebody that came through and this person went through something completely different. Like, how are we going to help this person? There's going to be night. It's going to be like, yeah, man, I've never been through what you've been through. Has anybody been through what this person's been through? Nah, we all been through the same thing. Nobody can help you. Nobody can help you. Nobody can help you overcome it. No, there's no hand. There's no brother or no sister to help you up. Y'all see what I'm saying? So guess what? The Most High brought us from all walks of life, that were all different experiences and trials, so that we can overcome it, so that when the next person comes, we can help them. We can help them. But, I mean, the thing is, though, you gotta fight to overcome it. You gotta put up a fight. We was talking about it today, like the Most High wants to see a fight. He wants to see something. You see what I'm saying? He wants to see some type of battle. He wants to see you push yourself, because if not, bro, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Religion watered down the Most High. I'm sorry. Religion watered down the fear of God. Because then when things really start going on, then it's like, oh my God. When the Most High really gets moving, then it's like, dang, we messed up. But where was the fear at before? Where was the fear at before? You know what I'm saying? So let's go here. You can write down Matthew 19:20. We're not gonna go to that either. That's where the young man asks, "What do I lack?" Right. So let's go into the actual mentality of those that get saved. You can title this point, "How is the righteous saved?" Somebody give me Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 9. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 9.
Okay, Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 9.
Go ahead.
What profit hath he that worketh in that wherein he laboreth?
So, question. What's the profit in working? What's the profit? Yeah, when you go to work, what's the profit? Isn't there like a reward? You get some money, right?
Said to eat the fruit of thy labors.
Eat the fruit, right? But
He said there's nothing better that a man should enjoy the fruit of his labors.
you should be able to enjoy it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why we work. But now check this out. This is talking about a different kind of work. It's Ecclesiastes 9 that we're about to read, because we're going to read it down. It's talking about a different kind of labor. So it says, what profit hath he that worketh in that wherein he laboreth? It's a different kind of work. Read verse 10.
Verse 10.
Uh-huh.
I have seen the travail which God hath given to the sons of men to be exercised in it.
You see that? It's a different kind of work. Like, we're not like a cashier, right? Like, what kind of travail are they being exercised in? What travail? What? Somebody look up the word travail. What travail is a cash register being exercised in? Like, my sisters, they work cash registers. What are they going through as a cash register? Man, this machine is down. This thing won't scan. Is that the travail that God like created you to go through? What's travail? What you got for the definition?
Arduous or painful exertion.
Yeah, it's like God created you to go through a painful exertion, working for the white man, or doing any of these jobs. It's not talking about that. Like it says that God gave the sons of men. He said He gave us travail for the sons of men to be exercised in it. Your job isn't the travail that it's talking about. Or what's travail again? That last one that you just read?
Arduous or painful exertion.
Yeah, He didn't give you a painful exertion. You know, when you get up and punch the clock, that's not what it's talking about.
He didn't create us to painfully exert ourselves for captivity.
Yeah. And for you to be exercised in it. Think when you exercise When you're exercising something to grow, right? Man, I'm over here growing as a cash register.
As a cashier?
As I said, it's a cash register. My bad. As a cashier. Not messing, not talking about anybody that work as a cashier. That's just the first thing that came to my mind, y'all. But what's up?
So, my question is, if we weren't meant to be doing, if we weren't meant to be overexerting ourselves in the work of the world, then why put us in conditions where we have to do it?
Well, we put ourselves in a condition. We did. We were created to be the kings and the queens of the earth. We weren't created to be the ones that offer service to people. But
yeah, we were created to have dominion.
Yeah.
And through our fall, we became the ones that were dominated over.
But the Most High Himself, He couldn't keep us from our own shortcuts, could He?
He tried to. He gave us the law. He gave us the commandments, and we didn't follow it.
Yeah.
So when you say He couldn't keep us, what do you mean? Like, was He going to force us?
Yeah, like if he didn't want none of this to happen, why did He force everyone to follow?
Because the Most High wants a free will. He wants a just go there real quick.
I got a scripture for it.
Go to you want? I was
Yeah.
Willing mind. Okay.
No, we can go to the will of mine. I got a scripture.
Go. Yeah.
Let's go to Ecclesiastes 15.
And you get that in 2 Corinthians 8.
Go to Ecclesiastes 15 and verse 14.
Ecclesiastes chapter 15, verse 14.
Go ahead.
He himself made man from the beginning and left him in the hand of his counsel.
You see that? So, like what Zach was saying, the Most High wants a free will. So he literally made us and he left us in our counsel. So Most High don't want to control us. He don't want to, oh yeah, you're being bad, I'm gonna force you to do this. He's not, that's not what he wants. What he wants is, he made a creation and he wants us to choose what we want to do. He gave us that free will to serve him or not. But he wants us to follow him, of course. But he made us and he left us in our own counsel. When we were going off, it's not like he didn't give us a warning. It's not like he didn't let us know, hey, you're messing up. You're starting to go left. You're starting to be displeasing in my eyes. If you keep doing this, this is where you're going to end up. This is the punishment that lies.
And before he left us to our own counsel, or in our own counsel, he gave us the law. He gave us wisdom to be able to counterbalance how we thought and what he wanted.
Yep.
You see that? So he didn't just leave us like children left to themselves. He said, look, here's how you serve me. Here's how you worship me. Choose you this day, life or death. I pray that you choose life. Life is the law. Death is your own way. There's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the ways there are of death.
Yep.
You see that? So he didn't just leave us. He gave us the wisdom. You see that?
Then you had to just, what you gonna do? You gonna follow it or you're not. You see what I'm saying? So
you know what the Most High is showing? That he's not even a cult. You know, you're in a cult. How? When the Most High gave us the choice. He gives you the choice to follow him or not. He don't make you do anything. Now there's a repercussion for not following, but there's a blessing for following. He don't force us. There is a free will within a predestination. We're predestined for greatness. We're predestined to be kings and queens.
Yeah.
Or kings and princes and priests. But we also have the will to choose the path in between. The prodigal son.
You know, it's funny, even in the law, in the time of Moses, and even after, you still saw that. Because it was like, if this man or this woman, if they didn't do this, if they didn't want to do it, then cut them off.
Yeah.
It was like, cut them off, and like, he ain't even like killing them. It was just like, man, just cut them off. You see what I'm saying? So you get cut off, and now you just out. You're not a part of this. You're not a part of the body. Like, you just go do what you want to do because you don't want to be down to do what the Most High laid out like everybody else. So just go do your own thing somewhere else.
Your loss.
Yeah.
It's our loss, right? It ain't the Most High's loss. It's our loss. What's that?
2 Ezra chapter 1, verse 27. Ye have not, as it were, forsaken me,
Right?
but your own selves,
Yeah, you forsake yourself. Go ahead.
said the Lord.
Uh-huh.
Thus saith the Almighty Lord, have I not prayed you as a father his sons,
Right?
and as a mother her daughters,
Right?
and a nurse her young babes,
Right?
that ye would be my people, and I should be your God?
Yeah, it's like a father with his son. You hope the best for your son. A mother for her daughter hopes that she becomes the best woman she could be, but if she wants to be a hoe, then
What can you do?
what can you do? Right? If he wants to be a useless son, a waste son, he wants to be a waste person, then what do? Right? You can fight for that person and try to encourage, but you can't literally chain them up and be like, you're going to be righteous today. Right? Because then it's not from their heart. It's not what they want. Right? And it's going to be just more rebellion, more stiff neck. Then we go to the other one. What do I want? Second Corinthians 8 and what? Where it first be a willing mind. It's like, what is it?
2 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 12.
Right? Let Noah read it. Yeah, bro.
2 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
For if there be first a willing mind,
Go ahead.
it is accepted according to that a man hath, and not according to that he hath not.
Right. See that? The Most High said he'll accept you if your mind first be willing. Not according to what you have not or what you have, but it's that mind first and foremost. Then we'll work out the kinks later. We'll work out what you don't have. We'll give that to you.
Yeah.
Let's work with what you do have. A willing mind is like no different than what we're talking about, where, well, I don't got 100 people to go undertake this undertaking. Well, as long as you got 7 willing, it's greater than 100 unwilling, or 100 that you got to force. You see that? So it's kind of going in the same notion where the multitude is perishing. Why? Because they're unwilling to do the right thing. Where I just need the 7 willing-minded people that want to give. I'll get more accomplished. You see that? I'll get more accomplished with the ones that are here than the ones that don't want to be here. You ever been at a job that you just like, bruh, right? We all been there where but this is the problem. You looking at being there compared to bills. And you like, man, I'm gonna have to rock this another day. And then you do it, right? But then that other day turns into another year. And you like, hey, you look up, you like 8 years in, you like, oh my gosh, I'm ready to die. And then you like, man, I gotta start looking for another job. And then you start looking for another job, and you get that new job, it's nice, it's shiny, it's new, you like, ooh, then 6 months later, you like, oh my God. Sucks. Right? But while you're there and you don't want to be there, are you really putting your spirit in?
No.
Are you really going in there like, oh my God, I'm about to go kill this job and do my thing? You on autopilot. Barely even showing up. You showing up 30 seconds before you got to clock in. You already clocked out in the seat, ready to go 7 minutes before you ready. Like, computer shut down. You like, how you clock out so quick? Like, you getting all your work done extra fast, but halfway. Think about it. That job becomes a burden. Most High don't want us to become a burden to him. He doesn't want. He said that his work, his laws, his commandments are not grievous.
Yeah.
He don't want us to look at what he wants us to do to be right as a grieve. He's like, it's better that you just go be wicked than to look at my wisdom as grievous. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
You get that, Khalil? Let's jump back.
Read that verse 10, Ecclesiastes 3:10.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and verse 10.
Go ahead.
I have seen the travail which God hath given to the sons of men to be exercised in it.
Mm-hmm.
He had made everything beautiful in his time.
So the Most High gave us the travail of life to be exercised in it. So like, when you look at the hardships that we go through, when you look at everything that we've been through, it was for us now to be able to, at this point, now we have the scriptures, it's for us to exercise ourselves in it. You know what I'm saying? Exercise out all these faults, exercise all these shortcomings. Y'all see what I'm saying? And turn them into strengths. Now let's read verse 11.
Verse 11.
Go ahead.
He had made everything beautiful in his time.
You see that? So everything is beautiful. Everything. A lot of the times we go through things and we're like, dang, this sucks. You're right, it does suck. But it's still beautiful because something is still being worked on. This travail that we're going through, it sucks, it does. But something is still being worked on. So hold that. We're going to come back. Go to Romans 8 and 28.
Con.
Go to Romans chapter 8, verse 28.
Romans chapter 8, verse 28. For whom he did.
Nope, 8 and 28.
Romans chapter 8, verse 28.
Go ahead.
And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God.
You see that? So everything is for your betterment. Everything that happens, remember, this is your world. This is your life. This is your salvation we talking about. So everything that comes is a good thing, even though it may seem like, man, it's a bad thing. Well, yeah, it is a bad thing, but you can fix it. There's some type of strength to be gained from this so-called bad situation. There's something there to be learned. There's something there to learn from. You know, I want y'all to do this real quick and take y'all down memory lane. Can I take y'all down memory lane?
Oh, yeah.
I want let's think. I want y'all to go back and think about all the times in your life when you were in a bad situation or an unhappy situation or a depressed situation, a rock bottom situation. I want you to go back and just think how after that situation, when you came out, how, man, some things turned out to be really good. Where it was like, man, if I didn't go through this, man, I would still be where I'm at. Or if I didn't go through this breakup, I would still be with this witch. Sorry.
If I didn't
I really wanted to say another word, but
if I didn't get laid off from this job, I'd still be at this job, toiling away and wasting away.
But guess what? When you got laid off from the job, and they didn't tell you that they was gonna fire you, you got laid off. You probably lost. Man, how am I gonna pay the bills in the midst of it? You like, how am I gonna pay the bills? How am I gonna take care of my family? How am I gonna keep the house, keep the car, keep this and that? But you went through it, and next thing you know, you probably got a better job, better situation, and if that wouldn't have happened, you could look back and be like, man, if this didn't happen, it wouldn't have made me. I probably still would be here. I wouldn't have found the better job that I'm at now that gave me a better opportunity. Or if this crazy breakup didn't happen, man, I would still be with this crazy witch and this good for nothing witch, this good for nothing chick, and my life would have been ruined. You see what I'm saying? But nah, all that happened, the separation sucked. But at least I'm not dealing with. At least I may have found somebody better, or even if I didn't, at least I'm good. My life ain't crazy being with this crazy person. You see what I'm saying? Over time, a lot of the times these different things happen, and we don't see the good that's coming from it because in the midst of it, it sucks. You see that all the time, man, with brothers in the scriptures and sisters in the scriptures. You see it all the time. David was taken from where? The sheep. He was a shepherd. So David was taken from the sheepfold. Bro, taking care of sheep ain't easy. Taking care of sheep ain't easy, but guess what? That taught him the qualities. So when the Most High looked, he was looking for somebody to be a king. Most High was like, look, man, this dude, he taking care of the sheep. He protecting the sheep from bears and lions. He'll protect the Israelites. He'll protect the people from anything. He'll put his life on the line for the people because he'll do it for a sheep.
He'll take the oversight.
He'll take the oversight. You see what I'm saying? So those are the things that, you just got to look at your life. You got to look and really look at and think about the different situations that the Most High pulled you out of. and how everything worked for the good. And guess what? If something didn't work for your good, well, just look at your choices. Were your choices biblical? If you're in the truth now, are you making biblical choices? You see what I'm saying? Or are you still making worldly choices? Because if you're making worldly choices, then yeah, your life will still be a pile of crap. But if you've been making biblical choices, then you'll see that, dang, when I go through these little situations, the biblical choices is helping me to turn the crap into something good. Y'all see what I'm saying? But all of this, man, is it's a trial for us to be exercised in, and it's all for our good. The Most High don't give us nothing evil. And all these brothers, all these sisters that went through trials and hardships, that had their faith and their trust in the Most High, they all came out good on the other end. They all got qualities. Y'all see what I'm saying? So
Whoever trusted in the Lord and was forsaken.
no was forsaken. All right. Read Romans 8:28.
Romans chapter 8, verse 28.
Uh-huh.
28.
Go ahead.
And we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High,
Uh-huh.
to them who are the called according to his purpose.
So, you know, when certain things happen and it don't seem like a good thing, see, the ones that aren't scarcely gonna make it, those things that happen, they usually fold up. They usually fold up because they're not. Just think about Joseph being sold and being and going through what he went through. Imagine if his mind wasn't on point to still say, man, I still trust in you, Yahweh. I know all this evil is coming on me, but I still trust in you. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not suffering as a murderer. I'm not suffering as an adulterer. I think I'm pleasing your sight. So let me still ride with you and still keep my mind on point and go through everything that you're bringing my way.
Because given his circumstance, how many men would have just said, you know what? I'm gonna sleep with old boy's wife because you know I'm already out here in Egypt and ain't nobody gonna know.
And that's how they roll. Anyways.
Potiphar's wife. Yeah, I might as well just hit that because Most High got me out here. I'm already messed up, so I might as well just complete the mission the wrong way, right? Right. A lot of men would have took the easy way out. Joseph ran. He dipped out. Like, I ain't dealing with that. I'm up. This is wrong. And the Most High blessed him for his character, because why? He obeyed not only in my presence, he obeyed, but in his absence of his father. In the absence of somebody to hold him accountable, he knew that the Most High was always going to be there. Very important.
Come on, man. These things, they don't make it. I mean, they don't break us, man. They make us. Well, they'll break you if you allow it to. That's what I'm saying?
Yep.
But so everything works for our good, man. Everything works for our good. Think about how many times if you wouldn't have been in this situation, you wouldn't have thought to do better or be better or make a change if you weren't at the bottom. You see what I'm saying? But sometimes being at the bottom, man, you just get overcome with it and you just fold up. You fold up, but it's the mind, it's the mentality of those righteous that scarcely make it. Go back to verse 11, Ecclesiastes 3:11.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 11.
Go ahead.
Also, he has set the world in their heart.
You see that? So this is one of my favorite scriptures. It tells you that the Most High set the world in our hearts. So he set the world in our minds. So guess what? The world is how you make it. The world is literally how you make it. The world was created for you. Everything is how you take it. Everything is how you want it to be. How we want it to be. Because I'm no different. Shatat Quadazap is no different. Everything is how we take it. Y'all see what I'm saying? Every situation, every opportunity is how we take it. Every trial is how we take it. It's how we attack it. But the world is set in our hearts. And everything about it is beautiful. Everything. We can make it a beautiful thing. This is the mentality that the righteous brothers have. Because guess what? if you come to serve the Lord, you got to do what? Prepare yourself for temptation. So guess what? The temptations ain't gonna be pretty. Life ain't gonna be pretty. Life ain't gonna be pretty. Much tribulation shall you enter into the kingdom of God. These tribulations ain't gonna be pretty. You know what I'm saying? When prophets was getting cut up, hung, stoned, whatever, like that wasn't pretty. But it was at the same time pretty. It was beautiful. It was cute. It was. Why? Because it was an opportunity for something in you to be exercised. What was it? Your faith? Your doubt? Was it that, it was an opportunity for the Most High to see what you're about. Y'all see what I'm saying? Read on.
So that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end.
Let's go to 1 Timothy 1:19. 1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 19. Go ahead.
1 Timothy chapter 1 verse 19.
Holding faith and a good
conscience,
which some having put away concerning faith have made shipwreck.
So you see that? It says holding faith and a good conscience. Never lose your good conscience. Your conscience always got to be good. You know what we should have read first? Somebody read Titus 1:15. Should have read this one first. Yep. Go ahead.
Titus chapter 1 verse 15.
Go ahead.
Unto the pure, all things are pure.
You see that? So unto the pure, all things are pure. The Romans, and we know that all things work for good to them that love God. So everything, guess what, is always good. And isn't it crazy that the Israelites have a saying, it's all good? We always like it's all good. It's all good. We always think it's all good. That'd be the last thing I'll be wanting to hear sometimes. Like, nah, it's not all good. Well, what do you want me to say? It's all bad? Like, you already know it's all bad. Can I tell you it's all good?
It's like, can I speak life into you? Can I speak things into existence?
It's all good. But God's good for that. God's good for that, bro. Yeah. Everything bad can be happening. And he's just like, it's all good. It's like, nah, bro, it's not all good. But yeah, unto the pure, all things are pure. So guess what? Yeah, it is technically all good. You know, as long as we know that we're not bringing it with our own hands, and you could look and be like, man, okay, this is the Most High right here. This is the Most High right here. You know, we're trying to control what it is that we control, but this is the Most High right here. So we know that something good got to come from it. Let's just ride the storm out. Let's try to use wisdom, try to do what it is. Let Yahweh show me where you contend with me. Like it says in Job. Don't be mad at me. Don't be angry at me. Oh, do I have that? Okay, I do have that. First Peter's. No, not First Peter's. Read down. Let me not jump. Go ahead.
Titus chapter 1 verse 15. Unto the pure, all things are pure.
Go ahead.
But unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure.
See that? Nothing is pure. Nothing is pure. Always quick to jump ship. Always quick to give up. Always quick to man. Where's your faith at? When you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Prepare your soul for hardships. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But even their mind and conscience is defiled.
So it says their mind and their conscience is defiled. That's a problem. So ain't the Most High going to accept the pure? Of course he's going to accept the pure. But this is dope because it shows you what he's not going to accept. A defiled conscience. You can have a defiled conscience and keep the law. You can have a defiled conscience and have faith. You can have a defiled conscience and do a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? You can have a defiled conscience and move around and do everything, but your conscience is defiled. Just think about it. Just think about Judas. Judas's conscience was defiled. But the whole time they're moving, who knew? Only Christ knew. But none of them knew. He was like, whoever, he that dipped his hand in the sop with me shall betray me. They're like, well, we all did that.
We all
All did that.
We all eat.
Yeah, bro, you ain't even give us a good answer. Yeah, Christ was better off saying, yeah, whoever walked through the door.
Oh, because Judas walked through the door. He left or whatever. Yeah.
Bruh, it's so y'all got to see it like it's about the conscience. Read First Timothy 1:19 again.
Holding faith and a good conscience.
Because you can have faith, but that good conscience is very important. That's the thing. Can you keep your conscience? Can you keep the way that you think pure, even when things seem bleak? Go ahead.
Which some, having put away concerning faith, have made shipwreck.
Because, bro, as soon as you put away your good conscience, that's it. You're screwed. Once your conscience becomes defiled, man, once you start looking at everything as not being pure, then you will make shipwreck. You will start to sink. You will no longer walk on water. Now check this out. Go to Job 33:14. It's all about your conscience, the way that you think, the way that you perceive things, the way that we perceive things. Go ahead.
Look at Job chapter 33, verse 14. For God speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceive it not.
You see that? So we don't be perceiving nothing, man. That's why a lot of the times when we go through our problems, bro, we don't even know what we're going through or why. Whenever we go through like little troubles, man, we don't even know why we're going through them. We don't even know what the Most High's purpose is in us having to deal with this. This, whatever stage we're at with our life, man, half the time we don't even know what it is that the Most High is trying to show us, why he's letting us do it. And even if we have an idea, go to Job 11:6. Go ahead.
Job chapter 11, verse 6. And that he would show thee the secrets of wisdom.
Go ahead.
That they are double to that which is.
So yeah, man, even if we do have a little bit of an idea of, yeah, I know I need to work on this. Most times, like, you need to work on that? That's not even why I'm doing this. I want you to work on all these right here. Yeah, you're seeing the obvious thing. But what about all these other things? You see what I'm saying? So there's always more to it. There's always more to what we got to work on and what we got to be and what got to be fixed. But it's all about, our perception and how we're looking at things. It's all about our minds. You see what I'm saying? How stable is your mind? How good is your conscience? That's how these brothers got saved. It was their mind. It was how their mind was towards the Most High, y'all. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like, you got to really think about the mind that Christ had to go up on that cross and die the way that he died. Think about the mind that all these prophets had to keep teaching and to keep preaching, knowing what was going to happen. John the Baptist getting his head cut off. You see what I'm saying? Think about the mind that these cats had, man. Their minds were, that's how locked into the Most High their minds were. 100%, all the way until death. That's why they were saved. Think about Noah. Think about Noah and what Noah had to deal with trying to preach to people that didn't care, that didn't give a damn. You see what I'm saying? Think about like what he was dealing with. But I always look at, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I always just look at Joseph. Always look at Joseph. To be sold into slavery at the age of 17 by your own family, betrayed by your own family, betrayed by those that were supposed to protect you, your older brothers, and to never see it. What age did he see them again? You got sold into slavery at the age of 17. What age did he see them again?
Like 31.
Like 31, 32? And then you get sold into slavery and then you end up going to jail for something that you didn't do. You're going through all these days. Like that's years, man. That's years and years of torment, years and years of the Most High just trying to see you. What you gonna do? Where's your mind at? Is it still pure, Joseph? Is your mind still pure, Joseph? But y'all see how he came out at the end. Y'all see why he ended up going through everything that he went through. But just think about it. The Most High has a plan for you, but you won't know until you get it at the back end. You may have an idea, but just think about going through it in the midst of it, man. In the midst of it, it gotta be crazy. It gotta be a lot of hardships. Y'all think Jacob didn't miss his family? Think he didn't miss Isaac? Think he didn't miss Rebecca? When he had to run because his own brother was trying to kill him? Then it's like, yeah, you could work here. You could work for Rachel. You working for Rachel, you're happy that you get to see her, but if Laban treated him the way that he treated him when it was time to pay him, don't you think he was putting up with Laban the whole 7 years for Rachel? And he's like, man, I can't wait to stop working for this dude, man. This dude's you thought your manager was bad. You thought your manager was an asshole. Think about what he put up with Laban.
Man, a lot.
A lot. That's why at the end he was like, man, you changed my wages 10 times. They didn't talk about that. He said 10 times. He said that if anything went missing, it was on me. So don't think that his life was good. The only relief that he probably had was dealing with Rachel. You see what I'm saying? And then all for it to come to an end and you thinking, man, this is what it is. I'm finally here. And then, nah, you got tricked out of it. So I got to go through this again, a whole nother 7 years, again, getting taken advantage of. Just think about the way Laban said it. Yeah, just serve me for another 7 years, man. Like 7 years? I'll be here for 14. Yeah, just serve me for another 7 years. Like it was nothing. 14 years.
Not to him because he said it. I'm blessed the whole time you here.
He was blessed, but think about it. But look how he treated him. But think about the mind. Think about the mentality you gotta have. Gotta have a different mind. That's why, the one thing I could say for brothers and sisters that's a part of Houston, Virginia, New York, San Antonio, the one thing I could say about us, brothers and sisters, if you're still here, bruh, especially if you've been here for years, a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations. Like, hey, y'all doing it.
Yeah.
Y'all doing it. I've been on being on councils with brothers, being on councils with sisters, and, me myself going through it as well, like, we some fighters, I'll say that. You know what I'm saying? We some fighters, we fight and keep fighting because that's what the Most High wants. He's a man of war. Keep fighting, keep working, keep trying to gain the things that the Most High wants you to gain through you being exercised in these different things, man. Keep trying to gain the other side of wisdom. He said it's double. He said it's double. Wisdom is double to that which we think it is, and it says that it lays on us as a mighty trial, and a lot of people a lot of people that don't get the understanding, they cast it from them. So it's hard to get this. It's hard to gain this. This isn't an easy exercise. Y'all see what I'm saying?
Right.
So go to Proverbs chapter 25 and verse 2. And it pleases the Most High for us to see, for him to see us go through these different trials and tribulations, man. It pleases the Most High to see us fall and get back up. It pleases the Most High for him to see us make detrimental decisions and rash decisions, that life-changing decisions, but at least after we make the decision, we're like, man, I screwed up. Let me come back 10 times harder. Let me get back up and come back 10 times harder and dig back in and try again. Y'all see what I'm saying? It pleases the Most High to see that, and it pleases him for this too. Read Proverbs 25 and 2.
Proverbs 25 verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
It is the glory of God to conceal a thing.
You see that? Man, the Most High likes to conceal things. That's why half the time we don't know what his works is. That's his glory, to conceal a thing. To hide it. Conceal means it's hide. It's hidden. Go ahead.
But he honor.
But the honor.
But he.
The honor.
The honor of kings is to search out
a matter.
A matter.
You see that? So it's the glory of the Most High to conceal it, but it's in our honor to search out the things that the Most High has concealed. So when it comes to your life and the whys this happened and the this and the that, it's the Most High's honor for those things to happen. I mean, it's His glory for those things to have happened to us, but it's our honor to find out, like, dang, Yahweh, I see why you did that. And a lot of times we're not going to find out why He did that until we've crossed that bridge. Y'all see what I'm saying? Until we've crossed that bridge, until we've gone through the fire, until we've swam across that ocean, until we've rode on that boat that I'm probably not going to do, but until we did all that, we're not going to get it until we get to the other side, for sure. And when we do get there and we do get that other side of wisdom, you are able to look back and say, man, I see why you did that, Yahweh. I see why this relationship ended, because you had somebody better waiting for me. You had real blessings waiting for me. I see why you made me lose this job, because you had a better job lined up for me. I see why you made all this happen, because I wouldn't be right here if all this didn't happen. You see what I'm saying? I see why you made me go through this, because I wouldn't have gained all these different things if I didn't go through this. I see why you made me have to fight, because I wouldn't have known that I could have fought. I didn't know that I could have beat this or overcome this or get better at this if I didn't go through this. You gain the wisdom, man. You gain the thing that the Most High concealed. Read down. What's up? Before you do.
This month makes, for my household, 4 years that we've been here.
What?
4 years.
You serious?
Yeah. And just on what I've catching since I got here from, right now, to this scripture, Proverbs 25 verse 2, my mind is just like, whoa. My mind is blown right now, because there was a lot of things that were taking place, and I was just looking at things surface level. And then, like, literally, like, I think it's like, got here around this time to preach to our mom's house. So, like, 4 years on the dot to just have this scripture just plastered in front of my mind, my spirit, just reflecting on everything of my mistakes and the counsels and everything like that.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question on Proverbs 25 verse 2.
What's up?
How do y'all keep this scripture in the forefront of your mind when things are happening just like that? Because obviously, this just hit me right now. So I'm not used to or trained to think like this.
Like it's the most, it's...
Like, because it said right here, it is the glory of the Most High to conceal a thing, but the honor of kings is to search out a matter. Like when something's happening, oh, my light turned off. I'm not, oh, let me go and see, Lord, why is this happening? I'm like, God, whoa, why is my light off? How did that happen? And then my mind just starts going to things, and I might not stay in the spirit or whatever the case may be. So how do y'all keep this right here?
Like, how do we keep the scripture on the forefront whenever anything is happening?
Yeah. Because it's real quick to, like, when something happens, it's to lose your mind, get doubtful, get prideful, shut yourself down, not communicate with nobody, run, hide, etc., etc., etc. Not study, right? Go to another vice, get faded.
You know what I would say is it's counsel. It's counsel because in the midst of whatever situation, your mind is not always like just on the Most High all of a sudden. Sometimes like what you're dealing with, sometimes depending on what it is, you do get overcome by it. And then, but the one thing that you do have to do is counsel. So for me personally, whenever anything happens, I'm always on the line with Shatak or Patazat. And you know, you're the one that's in the fire. They're not. So you're the one that's in there. So they're looking at it from an outside perspective. You're the one that's being burnt up, being overcome with emotions or senses or whatever, or you know, that may be happening. So then your thought process, your decision making, it can be rash if you just move off of that. So the best thing to do is to get on the phone. You know, you gotta get on the phone, or you gotta talk about it, because then after that, then yeah, then your mind can be rest at ease. Or if you're really good at it, then it happens and you just stay calm. And I mean, Job kind of showed how to do it. You know, all that happened and said that Job just fell on his knees and worshiped the Most High. Said, naked I came out, naked I came in, naked I'm gonna go out. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Let me just say one thing. Let me just correct one thing that you said. You are being trained in thinking the way we think. That's the whole point. Right? Whenever you're dealing with a situation and we get you on the phone, we don't just give you the answer. Right?
Yeah.
We walk you through the situation. Like I don't know if you noticed, I did it to you yesterday. There was a situation, I called you, I said, this is the situation. What's your thoughts?
Yeah.
Because I'm training you to be able to think through a situation like how we would think through a situation. So you gotta see that everybody here is being trained to be able to think on a different level, right? The scriptures say a man's trial is in his reasoning. So what always comes to my mind when it's about the situations are happening, do I wig out? Do I lose it? Do I go drink? Do I go sleep? I always think about, okay, well, like you said you use a light bill as an example.
Yeah.
Right? So I say to myself, well, do I want to keep getting my lights cut off? Do I like this feeling? No. So how do I prevent it? Well, I got to go back to what started it. And then I got to cut it off there. It's not about the lights. That's a byproduct of something I did. So my lights is cut off because I ain't got no money. It's a money thing, right? Now I got to go back and look. What did I spend my money on? Did I trick? Did I come up short? What was it where I could have prevented these lights? Did I have the money and spend it on something that I didn't have to? Right? Did I miscalculate? Did I forget? That's how you mentally do the mental gymnastics when it comes to any problem, right? You find the root of the problem. That way the next time it doesn't keep happening, right? But in the midst of that, there's so many things that, your temper, your anger, rashness, communication, thinking things through, like all these different things that the scriptures teach us to do, to not make bad decisions. Or not even overthinking things. That could be a detriment, right? So, but it's also the one thing we haven't talked about is experience. I feel like there's always something going on. There's always, like, my brain is always, put it like this, when I go to sleep at night, it ain't no physical tired. My brain is melting. It's like oozing through my ear. By the time I lay down, I have no more brain. Because I've been using it all day, right? Yeah, so, it always feels like it's always something. I always say that, it's always something. Because there's always something to keep exercising us. So, but that's the thing, as you officers come up, you're gonna see. There was a time he wasn't getting no bars or anything. He wasn't getting no bars, they get all the bars now. I told him I'm gonna exhaust him and make his brains melt through his ears too. Because, as they come up, they got to deal with these situations. So what do? Oh, hold up, let's call Lakarab. Oh, hold up, let's call Shaddai. There was a time when I was handling it all, right? But then one man can't handle it all. You see that? So as y'all come up, you're gonna see as you handle your house, then it's like, oh, he can handle his house. Now it's time to handle outside the house. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you'll get a lot more on how to deal with the situations in a way of being able to judge the right way, being able to ask the questions that you have to ask. I mean, you know, there's different levels. There's different levels.
Let's go to Job chapter 10, verse 1.
Look at Job chapter 10 and verse 1. My soul is weary of my life.
So, you see how it says, back in that verse 2, it's the glory of the Most High to conceal the thing. You know, sometimes that thing that's concealed from us, it makes us weary because we don't have an answer to whatever problem, whatever trouble it is that we're dealing with, whatever trial, whatever tribulation is set before us. It makes us weary. And look at the word he said. He said he's weary of his life. And we do get what? Tired of life. Like, damn, this is my life. Dang, this is what it is. This is the situation that I'm just in. You see what I'm saying? It makes you get tired of life, tired of where you're at. But check this out, read down.
I will leave my complaint upon myself.
You see that? You got to leave your complaint upon yourself. What does that mean? Well, that means that, man, you got to figure it out. Like, you can't just be going everywhere complaining about what it is that you're dealing about. Y'all see what I'm saying? If this is going on in your house, that's going on in your house, like the whole world don't need to know. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you could, yeah, you get one counselor out of 1,000, you go to those that you could talk to about it, but not everybody needs to know your business. Y'all see what I'm saying? So your complaint, you leave it onto yourself. You go ahead, you pray onto the Most High on it. Go ahead.
I will speak in the bitterness of my soul.
Go ahead.
I will say unto God.
You see that? So you're praying. Bring your cause to the Most High. Go ahead.
Do not condemn me. Show me wherefore thou contendest with me.
Ask him. Ask him to show you the things that is concealed from you. Show me how where's the problem? Where's the issue? Where's the I'm not pleased with you? Show me. Go ahead.
It is good unto thee.
Is it good?
Is it good unto thee that thou shouldest oppress?
And when you read down, you'll see this is a question. I want y'all to answer. Is it good that God that the Most High oppresses? No, he's not trying to oppress anybody. He's trying to help you. He's trying to help you see something that you don't see. He's trying to help you fix something that you don't even know needs to be fixed. So he's not trying to oppress anybody. Go ahead.
That thou shouldest despise the work of thine hands.
You see that? Like, does the Most High despise you? He created you. He created you. He watched over you while you went through the things that you was going through. So does he hate you? No, he doesn't hate you. Y'all see that? Go ahead.
And shine upon the counsel of the wicked.
Yeah, like, but he hates you. He oppresses you. He despises you. But when you look at the wicked, they just blessed? Nah. It don't work like that. That's not what's happening, but it can seem like that is what is happening. That's why David said, my foot almost slipped. Because when you're going through what you're going through, but then you look at the wicked and they're just good? Nah. It's not like that. But what it is the Most High is dealing with you, and he's trying, and he has something that he's contending with you with. But you got to find that out. You got to find that out. That means that your mind got to be locked in with him. This is what righteous men found out. This is what righteous sisters found out. Go to Ecclesiastes 4:17. I just got to couple more, and then we'll be out of here on time.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 17.
Go ahead.
For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways.
This is speaking of wisdom. Wisdom is going to walk with you through crooked. It's going to seem crooked to you. It's going to seem like it ain't right. It ain't fair to you, right? Damn, man, I got to deal with these people, man. These people ain't fair. People don't treat me right. That's how it's going to seem, but you got to use wisdom. How else are you going to use wisdom if everything is just all gravy, if everything is just all good? You need situations where you bring out your wisdom, where you can show forth the correct application of your knowledge, right? So you need those crooked ways. Go ahead.
And bring fear and dread upon him.
Go ahead.
And torment him
Uh-huh.
with her discipline.
You see that? So, what is it that gets you into the kingdom? What does the righteous have? It's discipline, y'all. It's discipline. That's what it is. That's what sets apart. That's what sets apart and makes brothers and makes sisters perfect is discipline. And discipline is one of the hardest things. It's discipline over your mind. Well, discipline does begin in your mind. But it's discipline over your mind, man. To always, this is where I'm at, no matter what. You get to see it, man. You see, you know, it's funny, you see people that succeed in life, they're hella disciplined. They don't break their, whatever it is that they're in, they don't break that routine, man. That's what they do. My favorite disciplinary guy now is David Goggins. This guy will just, when you hear some of the stories on YouTube about David Goggins, the way he just be running for no damn reason, you're like, said that he was running 100 miles and both his legs were broke. It's like, bro, what you running? Bruh, stop. It's not that serious. But what is it? You know why he does it? It's because he, no matter what, will not give in to the weak thoughts that his mind comes with. He's a former Navy SEAL. So he went through that training, that Navy SEALs training. And he just doesn't allow his mind to break. He doesn't allow this dude says he stretches for 2 hours a day. Like, who has time for that? You got time? Anybody in here got time to stretch for 2 hours a day? He wakes up and runs 14, 15 miles every day. For what? He has no cartilages in his knee. He wakes up and runs 14 to 15, what is it, like 7 to 14 miles a day. And then he goes and work out for what? You're not playing anything. You're not playing sports. You're not getting paid. I mean, I don't know if he gets paid for it. Who? Yeah. David Goggins. Stay hard. But that's where he's geared his mind to. The carnal thing. But we got to have a disciplined mind when it comes to the Most High. And it's going to be hard at first. And you will be tormented by discipline. Discipline brings torment. Go ahead.
Until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws.
And after that, you'll start to see some blessings. Now go to Genesis 50 and 20. Genesis 50 and 20. Go ahead.
The book of Genesis chapter 50 verse 20. But as for you, ye thought evil against me.
So this is Joseph. This is right after Jacob died. The brothers thought that, you know what I caught in reading this? You know what I had caught in reading this that I never noticed at first? So this is after Jacob died and the brothers went to Joseph and they're like, oh man, he's about to kill us. You know what the brothers did? And it's very easy to overlook. They told one of their servants to go to Joseph and tell him, hey, Jacob had wanted to tell you to forgive your brothers.
Yeah, I remember that.
I didn't know that. I thought like they did that. I thought
they were scared to talk. Remember, they couldn't. Remember, he was speaking in a different language anyway.
Yeah, I didn't realize they told the servant to go and do that. I didn't realize. I never caught that. I thought that I thought that Jacob told him that personally or something. But I didn't realize that they sent the servant to do that. So even in that, they were still moving a little tricky because Jacob never told them that. That was them trying to protect their lives.
Yep.
So they thought. When they told him, I mean, but Joseph, he never had that spirit on him to do that. You see what I'm saying? That's why the Most High blessed him the way that they blessed him. So when Joseph talked to them, read verse 20, this is what he's saying to them.
Verse 20. But the Most High meant it unto good.
Read it from the top.
Genesis chapter 50, verse 20.
Go ahead.
But as for you, ye thought evil against me. But the Most High meant it unto good. To bring to pass as it is this day. To save much people alive.
So when you look at Joseph and everything that he went through, you know, you could look at it like, man, this sucked. He went through a lot of evil. But didn't Jacob say right before he died, when he was telling Pharaoh, few and evil have been my days? Life be evil, man. But the Most High always blesses you in the back end. Joseph right here got the blessing, man. He got the blessing in the back end. He went through all this evil, but the Most High meant it for good. So guess what? With your life, you went through all this evil. You went through all this stuff, man. But the Most High meant it for good. It seemed evil, but he meant it for good. Some way, somehow, he meant it for some good. And the whole point is for you to be able to save much people. You know what? You see what I'm saying? For you to be a priest where people can come and talk to you, where people can come and get some help. People can come and get some counsel and some wisdom from you. That's why you went through everything you went through. That's why you went through all this evil. So that some good can come from it. But if not, you'll die like everybody else. If you don't make the necessary changes, you'll just die like everybody else, man. I'm just keeping it real. Last scripture, Psalms 82:6.
Book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 6. I have said, ye are God.
Don't forget this, man. We're gods. Go ahead.
And all of you are children of the Most High.
You see that? We're gods, man, and we're children of the Most High. So as gods or as powers, we have the power to really to influence our lives. It's like the scripture we went to earlier when Khalil was here. The Most High created us, he left us in our own counsel. We're like miniature gods. You have power over your life. You have power over your mind. And all those situations that you went through, it was for you. Yeah, it was evil, but it's for some good. If you can find the good in the situations, it was for some good. The Most High intended it to be, you know? So, yeah, that's it for the class. I had some more stuff, man. I took too long to get it. But too long. Let's go in that first part. But yeah, hopefully y'all liked it. Hopefully y'all like class. That is how the righteous shall scarcely be saved. Have some discipline over your mind. Y'all see what I'm saying? So, with that, we'd like to thank everybody we'd like to say water for everybody for joining us. I think San Antonio is on, so definitely check out, switch over to San Antonio. Zion will be on tomorrow in Rochester. Shout out to Rochester. Kazak and Shaquat will be on Friday in Virginia and also Saturday in Virginia. They'll be on, so shout out to them as well.
Brothers, please get your garment money in.
Gotta say that. Gotta say that out loud.
Please. We need that.
We got a few stragglers. It's all good. Still love you. Still family.
All right, that's it.
Let's say shalom.
Shalom.